A Chicago-born American named Douglas MacArthur McCain has died fighting with ISIS militants in Syria. Last hour, we brought on the show Colonel Ralph Peters. He was with us. Listen to what he said about Americans joining ISIS.
We estimate 300 plus, around 300 American-born jihadis active with ISIS in Syria or Iraq. That is literally 1 in a million. And they are by and large not people who are raised Muslim. They're converts. Beware the convert. Converts to anything, including the technology, tend to be the most zealous people.
We're joined now by Zuhdi Jasser. He's the founder and president of the American Islamic Forum for Democracy. Dr. Zuhdi Jasser, welcome back to the program. I want to start out by saying I think you're a brave man. For many years, you've been coming on this program, you've been extendedly interviewed throughout the media, taking a very pro-America, pro-democracy position. You are a practicing Muslim, and I think you're a brave man to come and do this all these years. So thanks very much for being back with us, sir. We appreciate it.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Stuart. Thank you.
What is going on in America? How is it possible that young Americans born into this free society would go and fight for a bunch of ruthless killers? Explain it. What's going on?
Well, it's the narrative. These individuals are vulnerable. They are looking for some type of absolution or redemption from their life previously, as we saw with the rapper that committed the beheading on Mr. Foley, had a life in which he became a convert and switched into radical Islam. And the narrative on the other side includes some enemies which we share, such as Assad, which is committing a genocide against moderate Sunnis in Syria, and they take legitimate wars and say that the Islamo-patriotism is the way to defeat that, and they pull them into this militant radical ideology. They feed on the primary ideas, which is the Islamic State concept that just is flourishing throughout the Middle East, filling that vacuum. The Islamic State concept is pushed throughout the OIC countries. So just like 9/11 was a product of Saudi policies of pushing Wahhabism and Islamism, while the Saudis were our allies, they pushed the ideology that created al-Qaeda. Similarly, ISIS is a byproduct of Islamism, and it's pulling our youth into it. And now, with the war in Syria, the revolution, it's a large magnet for jihadists.
Are you concerned, A, because some of these youngsters may come back to America and attack us on the homeland, and B, because your generation of Muslim Americans are seeing their youngsters, your own children, desert and fight for the enemy? Are you concerned on either count?
I'm very concerned because there's no alternative narrative. In Britain, there are more Muslims serving in ISIS, over 500, than there are serving in the British military. There's less than 500 in the British services. So until we have an American patriotic movement within the Muslim community about freedom, about pro-Muslim identity within this country, that vacuum is going to get filled by Islamism. And that's why, Stuart, I'm so active in this, not only as a former military officer in the Navy, but the ideas of pro-Americanism, that this is the antidote to Islamo-patriotism. Until we fill that vacuum, they're going to be radicalized and they're going to continue to be a threat. And it's easier for them to attack our homeland than to go over to Syria and Iraq and join ISIS over there.
We admire your work and we admire your bravery. Dr. Zuhdi Jasser.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.